drags are taking place this weekend at Wallerfield on the 26th and the 27th. And in this first hour, we have Brendan Butts, the PEP/UNC Coalition of Interest candidate for Diego Martin Northeast. But before we get to that, we're going to get to the Newsday. And I'm very upset this morning because I could have fallen in that category. My good partner, NCW. You all will know him, the comedian, social media personality. He was robbed last night at gunpoint. They took his vehicle. The vehicle was eventually recovered. It was found abandoned. But he put out a video after the incident late last night. I got the video. I'm going to run the video because what he says in the video is 100% correct. And anybody want to dispute that with me? Well, good luck. 100% correct. And I know what it was like to have a gun to my head and they take my vehicle from me. And people thought it was publicity stunt and all kind of nonsense. It had people who thought that I meet a man by the doubles man. He lucky I didn't hit him with the doubles. He'd get one with slight pepper and a little touch of rose. Because I don't play them kind of thing. You understand? But we will get to that. Let me get to the news very quickly here. NACTA says any number can play on Monday. They printed in yellow, yes, Lord Father. NTA leader makes last call before election. Choose your leader wisely. Government makes steps towards $1 million payments to pariah divers and the families. All they're making steps. Election is Monday. They're making steps. A little frightened. Funeral for slain nurse set for weekend in Cedros. Man and son shield teen survivor during deadly Cunupia shooting. Slain autistic teen's autopsy set for April 24th. That is today. PSA says Young can't deny cabinet report on Wassa. Divish and Anil reject the Alsing's black van allegations. That is the next one, this next clown who come out, and we played that video yesterday, you know, saying that it have a black van offering people $60,000 and all kind of nonsense. I come into Ole, you know, Ole wait. Young promises more help to women and children. How many women and children died in the last 10 years, were slain, like Andrea Barrett and others. Dan Paul hinted at a senior citizen grant increase. He could hint at that. He could find the money for that. But anything that the opposition proposing, he don't know where that money coming from. But everything else, the whole PNM manifesto, they have money for that. He could find money for that. What Dan Paul to do? Dan Paul, what we want you to do, Kevin Ramnarine said almost a month ago that according to the latest IMF data, Trinidad and Tobago is the 7th worst performing economy in the world. You, as the Super Minister of Finance, only you could move money around. So please tell us, look at the IMF data now, go on our platform, and you tell us that Kevin Ramnarine lie. Tell us that the Ukraine economy not performing better than Trinidad and Tobago. A country that under war for the last 3 years or so, economy performing better than Trinidad and Tobago. Up to now, none of them respond to that claim that Reverend Ramnarine make. And I want to believe it because they can't respond to it. And if you cannot respond to it, because it is so, how did we reach that point to become the 7th worst performing economy in the world, Trinidad and Tobago? That way I need to talk about. EBC, CEO and returning officers not aligned to any political party. Seriously? We supposed to believe that? Will we look like 3 years old? Where's this? Nancy Stories with the EBC? Nobody aligned to any. Everybody's aligned to a political party. What a rubbish all of this be talking and trying to sell people. Down to independent senators in the parliament who claim to be independent. All the people who sitting on all them boards and them claiming to be independent. Independent? Look now, man. NACTA, any number can play on April 28th. Al-Rawi says UNC cannot tarnish EBC. Well, the EBC has already tarnished the EBC, so we don't need anybody to do that. Right? And I tell all you, go and check the history of that. Go back to Guyana. Warner demands an apology and a retraction from Rowley and threatens a lawsuit. And those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. That's as far as I'll go. I'll leave that right here because I want to get to NCW video. I want to take a couple calls on that before I get to Brendan Butts. All right, but Olive's House, you got to introduce Olive's House, the senior care facility located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. And Olive's House, of course, is beautifully situated with that spacious main area, full living and dining rooms, fully equipped medical wards, as well as assisted living quarters, inclusive of all required amenities. It's designed to offer comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years. Olive's House is operated 24/7 by a staff of professional qualified geriatric personnel with hot meals prepared daily according to specified dietary requirements. So give them a call today, people. It's a terrific facility for your elderly. All right, they respect your elderly. They're treated with dignity there. 232-6367, 291-7919, or 374-4165. Those are the numbers to call. You could also go to Facebook and Instagram and check them out as well. Also, Chef Shiraz and his new schedule of classes, April 26th, this Saturday, he has 3 courses starting. Creative International Cuisine, Certificate in Culinary Arts, and the Cake Decorating. Payment plan and job opportunities are available. Chef will be in studio tomorrow. And the number to call is 372-4639 or 737-5097. Get yourself registered today with Chef Shiraz. And hey, get into the culinary arts. Get into something. Do something now. All right? JNP Pest Control. JNP Pest Control, they are experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. All right? Armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites. JNP Pest Control's professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. And for a free inspection and quotation, you can contact them today. And they're very easy to find. They're located at number 61 to 65 Covine Road, Diego Martin. You can also call 227-0835, or you could WhatsApp them on 250-8397. Email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com. Let them shield your home or business from pesky pests. So make sure and check them out. Pest control is something that is definitely needed. All right? You don't want to have German cockroach, you don't want to have drywood subterranean termites, you don't want to have rats running around your property and that kind of thing. That is leptospirosis. You don't want that, trust me, that is eat out your liver. All right? Mosquitoes, all of these things you need to get rid of. So make sure, giant African snails, if you have that too, call them. Ants, oh God, ants could be terror. Ants is like the little terrorists of the world, you know, or the pest kingdom, you know. Ants, boy, yeah boy. Anyway, give GNP Pest Control a call today. And finally, Run Stefan Run is definitely on. We are on Sunday, May 25th. Thanks to all who came and registered between yesterday and Tuesday. There is no walk-in registration today and Friday. Walk-in registration will resume on Saturday. I want to make that very clear, lucidly clear to people. Do not come to Synergy TV for walk-in registration today or tomorrow. I have the promo codes that will be distributed to Sport and Games over the next 24 hours. By tomorrow, I'll be able to give you all the information on that, on when you could go to Sports and Games and just purchase the promo code. You can scan the barcode, take you straight to trinbagoevents.com, and all you need to put in is your name, your phone number, your date of birth, what t-shirt you're wearing, what t-shirt size you need, and whether you want to be timed or not timed. So it's that simple. You don't have to pay online with the promo code. All you have to do is fill in the information. Your children, your grandchildren, they could just scan it with your phone, or you could type in trinbagoevents.com. You could go up on the site itself, type in the promo code. There's a code there. If you're not scanning, there is a code, and all you need to do is put in that code, and then that will take you to your page just to fill out the information and submit it, and that's it, because you already pay at Sports and Games. All right? And given what happened to NCW yesterday, are holding up. All of us, relax all yourself. Today and tomorrow, no registration at Synergy TV. But we will resume on Saturday, because Saturday as well, and most people are not working on a Saturday. So I'll accommodate on Saturday between 9 and 2. I'll probably have a couple people here with me. So if you come, we'll use the promo codes and just show you how easy it is. All right? But I urge people, do not come today or tomorrow. Come on Saturday. All right? But Run Stefan Run, please get registered. We want to hit that target of at least 800 people. For May 25th, we want to come out and support the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. Do not wait till the last week, because I'm going to be locking off registration at least 3 days before the event, because we have distribution to do. All right? And we have a lot of things to organize, including those breakfasts, that complimentary breakfast that you're getting this year. We have t-shirts to organize and distribute, sizes, so on and so forth has to be worked out. We have all of the medals that are coming. We have a lot of things to sort out. So we're going to be at QRC at 6 a.m., but don't worry about what we're sorting out. We will so have everything sorted out as we usually do. What you need to do is sort out yourself and get registered. All right, with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll get to NCW and we'll take a few calls on that before we get to Brendan. But stay tuned, we'll be back after this.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
At the age of 12 years old, I attended Bishop Anstey High School. At the time, I didn't have access to a laptop and my mom couldn't afford it. But thankfully to the UNC government, I was able to have access to one, and it was so much easier to not have to worry about sending in my assignments on time. And I'm so grateful. Thanks, Auntie Cams. When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Greta, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga.
She said she know me got a girlfriend and
Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
anytime you sing this one consistent, we go be the last man standing. From the time we shake up the band, watch the people them start to jam, we'll be the last man standing. From the time we reach on the stage, we don't mash up everything. No. Everything go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. The whole party go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. Just call me Mr. Mash Up. Everything I get mash up. When I touch the stage, I make the people put their hands up. Yeah, you know we camera. That is how we.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses. starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mas this year! I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the Juve, the street parade, and the competitions in Pan, Mas, and Calypso. And don't talk about Soca Monarch, it's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mas is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mas this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymas.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mas, on Facebook at Vincy Mas, or log on to www.vincymas.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mas 2025!
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We started behind the zero, to be honest. We started on a minus. Oh yes. Now we're stepping forward, purpose for the people, for the nation, fully focused. We vote in units. Put our barataria first. Put the country first. Get a real MP, protect the anti. More Eunice Brian. We voting for him. Voting for him. Put our barataria first. Put the country first. Get a real MP. Protect the anti. Made Eunice Brian. We voting for him. We voting for him. And when you reach by the poll, think it through. Who really for you?
That was a paid political advertisement.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and as we return, just a couple commitments before we get to NCW. I'm going to take up a few calls, as much as I could take before I get to Brendan. Brendan is here already. Brendan Butts is the PEP candidate, well, PEP/UNC Coalition of Interest candidate for Diego Martin Northeast. He's with us. He's been walking the constituency. We'll find out what he's discovered, or how the experience has been. Brendan and I went to school together. We went to St. George's College, so he's our old schoolmate. He was always older than me, so yeah. Although I find he looking younger than me right now. But nevertheless, maybe he's walking. Maybe I need to get some walking done. Jameson. So, I want to remind you guys about Jameson. Remember to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, such as their cold fighter with, the cold fighter with Echinacea. That's it. Echinacea Vitamin C Chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, try the delicious Vitamin D3 Chews and Ultra Strength Zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson. Trusted vitamins and minerals. And also, we want to remind you, don't forget, St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival is definitely on this year. The festival promises to be bigger and better than ever before, blending world-class jazz with the rich cultural heritage of St. Lucia. Expect a fusion of music, dance, and visual arts that will captivate your senses and leave you in awe. And the festival will be highlighting the vibrant art scene with exhibitions, performances, and cultural showcases throughout the island. This year, the arts component is truly unique, and you're going to see an incredible collaboration between local and global talents, bringing St. Lucia's creative spirit to life in stunning new ways. So, make sure and get your tickets. Tickets are very easy to get. Just go up on St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com, and Synergy TV. We have a team headed over to St. Lucia to bring that coverage to you, after we leave St. Thomas. All right? Nice, man. Now, I want to get to NCW's video. I want to see how much calls I could squeeze. I ask you to be quick and thorough with your comments so that the quicker you are, the more calls I could accommodate in small space of time. I could get to the guests, and if you're quick again, I could accommodate more calls in a small space of time, and so we could keep going. All right? So we'll keep it to the short version this morning. NCW, now NCW a good party. He's come to all my events. He's a social media influencer, right? And a social media personality, and he has been for a very long period of time. He was robbed last night at gunpoint. They took his vehicle. Apparently, well, in this video here, he's going to explain everything. So let me know, say nothing. Take me to NCW video.
Just a quick statement of what, you guys may see circulating. It's true, I was held up tonight at gunpoint and demanded to hand over cash, which I didn't have. I don't work with cash. And when I had no cash, they took my vehicle, right? I just want to say that I am not a special case. I know a lot of citizens go through this on a daily basis. And this is one of the reasons why we need change. We need change because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, all right? I just want to say thank you to all the well-wishers, everybody who call, who message to find out if I'm okay, all right? Thanks to the police, but I want to give a double thumbs down, and it's not because we're in election are saying this, it is true. The irresponsible statements by the Prime Minister, Mr. Foster Cummins, and Kareem on platforms stating that influencers get all this money and paying this picture, which they have no facts of, made me and every other influencer who's speaking up a target. And that is the truth. All right? Who don't want to believe that? Something wrong with all you. Because if you have a country where you see to have a high crime rate and robbery and all these things, and you go as a prime minister on a news conference and talk about UNC give this one this and that, you automatically made every influencer who's speaking out a target. It started with me and it could be somewhere else. And it's the most irresponsible thing as leaders you all could have done. The ministers, aside from the head, you also saw a social media post where a man claimed he was in some Telegram group and everybody run with that. And now I could have moved freely. Now I can't move freely because everybody think I have some $1 million, which I don't have. Right? I'm a working man. I always have my little small just to do whatever I have to do. You understand? But you know what's baffling about this? All you made the man on the ground, the small man a target. You understand? But the millions, when the Syrians get to run the ads on the TV and the radio station, nobody targets them. You understand? But the minute a young black person have a business where they can provide a service You want to make it look like if it's an abomination, and made me and every person who's speaking online a target. You understand? That is the government that we have. You understand? No facts. Go on a national TV and make everybody feel like I some millionaire and everybody are like me, who's an influencer, supporting the next party, get 40,000 and this and that and like you. Come on. I never been held up and demand to hand over money in my whole life. I have never went through this. As I say, I'm not special. I ain't looking for no special sympathy, but I want all of you to see the irresponsible behavior of this government and what they cause. You understand? They made everybody who speak out against them a target. How you could go on a platform for start reading out figures that you have no facts of and make everybody believe that we some millionaire, and the millionaires who get all the money, they could just walk free, but the black man, he can't get nothing. You understand? He can't get nothing. But you know what? I ain't good spirits. And you see this last minute here? I have a message for all them PNM and them.
Yeah. UNC. Yellow is the code. I'm Mr. Kamla.
All right, let me say this, Let me say this. I spoke about this. All you're going on platform and talking about man getting $40,000 and $50,000 to support the opposition with absolutely no evidence to back it up. You see what he talked about there, where a man went and talked about he was in a Telegram group? He talking about Trini Rambles. Let me let all you know one time. So if all you didn't know, Rambles, we go get serious this morning. Because when you go, here how it started. It started when Rambles make a complete 180 and started to attack the opposition. Because all the time Rambles putting out videos talking about what's going on in the country, complaining about everything under the sun going on in this country. And then as election call, Rambles make a 180 and started to target the opposition and put one set of videos, right? So people started to say, but wait now, but Rambles like PNM pay you? Because all of a sudden you just swing this way to defend themselves as a defense mechanism. And I could talk this because them fellas and them can't come at me. He went out and claimed that he was in some Telegram group and he didn't want to stay there because he see people that he don't get along with and this, that, and the other, and he ended up exiting the group and wherever. But they was offering like $40,000 to influencers for the election and wherever the case might be. So he tried to put all that information to spin it back against people who coming out on social media and talking in favor of the opposition, right? The politicians in the PNM jump on platform. Down to yesterday, the Alsing and them talking that about black van driving wrong in community and all kind of thing, and handing people $60,000 and rum and rude boy and all kind of nonsense. They've gone on the platform and they've said it repeatedly that they're giving influencers $40,000, they're giving influencers $40,000. In a country where men does get robbed for $100, all you're going making them kind of claim. I'm not surprised that this happened to NCW last night. Now, I spoke to him last night. You understand what I'm saying? I spoke to him, he and I spoke. I call him and I see the thing pop up on social media. I said, but wait, NCW get robbed? I said, but I know what that's like because I get robbed too at gunpoint. They put a gun to my head, they take the car, and they went away. But at the end of the day, we say, be thankful for life now, boy. You understand what I'm saying? They put the gun to his head and tell him with the money. Because he's one of the more recognizable social media influencers. He said, what money are they talking about? They end up, I think, taking him out of the car and they drive off with the car. And apparently they abandon the car because they must search the car and they realize they have no money. And that's how we get back the car, because they abandoned it a little way down the road. Because they didn't come to thief no car, they come for money. Because that's what they're promoting on our platform with absolutely no evidence to back it up. No evidence whatsoever. I just lend my voice to social media. I am one of the most vocal people on social media. As a matter of fact, some social media influencers will tell you I started the thing. That is due to seeing me speak out and that kind of thing on social media on certain issues that they felt the courage that they could come out and do the same thing. Plenty of them will tell you that. You understand what I'm saying? So what are you supposed to do now? Well, me and really afraid, listen, I passed the stage of fear. You understand what I'm telling you? Past the stage of fear. But the point that NCW is making is correct. You have now put a target on the back of every single influencer, people who have a platform. People have spent their time and energy building the platform. They take money out of their own pocket. They spend it to build a platform on social media. Social media has become competitive with conventional media. As a matter of fact, a lot of big companies and corporations, they don't put the ads on TV again. They just put it on social media platforms. Well, they ain't going to talk about that. So if I election call, and let me say a political party decide, well, listen, I want to pay these 10 influencers to promote my policies and what I doing and highlight the negative aspects of the government over the last 10 years. So what? All it is go and create ads, spend money for production of ads, and then take the ads and spend one set of money on a television station, on radio, and social media. So what? It's advertising. And if people on social media, they have a platform and they have a following, and somebody want to pay them to advertise them, that is the business that they're in. So what is the issue? And they're pretending like they don't do the same thing. And that pissed me off last night, because the man could have dead. The man could have dead, and all they better jump up on a platform and try to weasel all the way out it. Election would have come Monday, and whatever happened, happened. $6.33, you know. I had to express myself there, because nonsense people is beyond dread. Look, let me take 3 quick calls here, because we got Brendan on the inside. You understand what I'm telling all you? Hello, good morning. Quick as you would.
Yes, Stefan, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then Stefan, long before NCW and them, people was always getting robbed, you know. You remember the criminal elements ahead of the police, you know. We living in
but my brother, NCW has never been robbed before. The politicians are going on platform. PNM, they're been going on platforms and talking about social media influencers getting 40,000. They're calling specific figures and they have no evidence to back it up.
Stefan, I understand you loud and clear. I understand you, my brother. But what I'm saying is that crime is so out of hand in this place. Before NCW and them people getting robbed, people think I have a son who get killed.
Right, and caller, if you know crime out of hand in this place, you don't think the government and the politicians on the platform know that?
Well, this is the job of the government, you know, to make people safe. You understand? But sorry.
But you miss it. All right, I'm moving on. Because I ain't had time to argue with nobody this morning. If the government know that the crime out of control, if you know crime out of control, if you know people getting robbed, why go on a platform and say people getting $40,000? That's the point. Don't try to pussyfoot wrong nothing with me this morning, you know. Because you know why? Here what going on so. That could have been me. I could have been coming out my yard this morning and a man could have said, look, Stefan, there he does be on social media. He must get $40,000 to let me go and rob him. We're telling him about. Boy, all look now. Don't come and play no stupidness with me this morning, eh? Morning. Again, I'll echo the caller. Chris. Yeah, morning. I entertained no BS this morning.
He clearly missed the boat. He don't understand.
He don't understand.
What's going on. No, he don't understand. But let me say something very quickly. People don't need facts and they don't need evidence, because Emailgate, bring that to mind. Did they have any facts? Did they have any evidence of that?
No.
No. But Emailgate, you understand? But I understand what this man, I watched this show this morning, I watching it here. It is ridiculous. If they know you have 5 cents, they're coming for it. You understand? You come out there on a platform and telling everybody, oh, they're getting this and they're getting that and they're getting the other. What we are not getting is good health care. What we are not getting is good policing. What we are not getting is the potholes in the road fixed. We're not getting those things. Come out on the platform and talk about those things, but you want to talk about you get this 150,000 and 40,000, you have no facts, no evidence, no nothing. As usual, what you expect anyway? Let somebody else call. I go on.
Yeah. You on our platform, election call, already for 10 years. Talk about what they do for 10 years. Were you studying what people get in for? All they just go on our platform and say how much millions all they spend by the media house and them. Boy, look now. I'll take two more quickly. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning. Why it is?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Boy, yeah, a terrible terrorist story with the two black vans. Why that backfire on him? Because you, as a responsible person in government, know it have a vehicle moving around with guns, with bullets and drugs. And you do the right thing by letting the police hold them, and you have no evidence to show. That's you just talking because you feel everybody in the community that gullible to believe everything you say. Come now, man.
Yeah.
People are so again. But not so again.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. I'll take one more. One more and then I'll move on. Because I remember what it was like when I got a gun put on my head, you know, brother, man. Morning.
Good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, we're going
Stefan, I don't know if you come across the video with Cuban Boy as yet.
With who?
On arms. Cuban Boy.
Oh yeah, see Cuban. I don't know if that's real or if it's fake, you know, but go ahead.
That just goes to show how it's going to take an outsider to teach we in Trinidad how to have a little bit of integrity. Where they try to beg him and well, same thing, influence him to put out videos for PNM and they would pay him. And then they promise him to bring back the children and all these kind of things. Just imagine a stranger to this country had to teach integrity to Trinidad and Tobago. And it just goes to show how people easily influence in this country and could sell their soul in this country for a small piece of money in this country, especially to the PNM. Have a good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right, I'll hold up there because I got Brendan with us, right? Yeah, the Cuban Boy video, I still trying to assess if it's real or if it's not real. I know it didn't songing like no AI. What happened, Cuban Boy did a video and he played a voice note that is alleged to have been sent to him by the PNM asking him to put out some videos promoting the PNM. And he exposed it and he said, look, I when UNC win, everybody win. And he started to laugh and dance and that kind of thing. But I don't know, I can't say if it's 100%. I don't know if he created the voice note. I don't know. But it's songing authentic. Everything that's been said in it and everything songing authentic. But then again, you know, I don't care. I don't care if PNM want to pay people to promote them. That's not my business. It's in my business who they paying and how much they get in. But you don't go up on a platform in an election when all you know what has been going on, what has been going on in Trinidad and Tobago with crime, and then call numbers and influencers. And it's very easy to find out who's an influencer these days, you know. You just go up on Instagram, you go up on TikTok, you go up on Facebook, you just look at the numbers and they say, yeah, boy, this is an influencer here. Bam. So NCW's right. So what? All of that is marketing, all of that is advertising. You think I could go and tell some company, why are you spending your money on social media? You know, always spending one sort of money on social media, but all you spending by me, always spending X amount of money, always spending 100,000 by so and so. Am I mad to come and say that? I wouldn't come and say that. And social media is our competitor at this stage. Look, we take a break. When we come back from the break, Brendan Butts is with us. He is the candidate for the Gomartin Northeast. Stay tuned. We'll find out a little bit about his treks.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Businesses win with lower taxes. Families win with no property taxes. You will win with dialysis clinics. Families will win when we give them legal firearms to defend their home. And the senior citizens will win of having doctors visit senior citizens in their homes. Our children will win with laptops, textbooks, expanded gate, and scholarships.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bigen Easy Color for Men. Bigen's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bigen Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
This whole country, I'm sure you have all noticed their election rituals, smears, insults, excuses in full swing. That is the PNM ritual for elections. Lie, cry, and mama guy. Smears, insults, and excuses. That's all you're getting. And then, of course, all the false promises. The whole country is witnessing, from the PNM campaign, a cowardly retreat into the stale victimhood strategy. The blame game rhetoric, fake AI, and invocation of the tired and outdated race card. That's the PNM Bible, rituals for elections. You must choose to change because you're seeing people being murdered. Look inside the airport, people getting killed. There's a Kamlan UNC bar talking the PNM, and that may make international investors run away from Trinidad. But you have man getting shot down in the airport. Another word about it. Nothing done, nothing said. This government cannot address the pressing issues affecting our country. Murders, home invasions, rapes, robberies, high food prices, unemployment, increasing cost of electricity and water, increasing phone charges, property tax, decline in GDP, natural gas shortages, poor roads, flooding, non-existent healthcare, inflation, increasing debt levels, business closures, massive retrenchments, Balizé House corruption, and a crumbling, crashing justice system. That's what we got. PNM speakers have not addressed these issues, which are battering the population. Instead, the outgoing PNM government is once more caught red-handed in their ongoing desperate mission to lie, cry, and mama guy, to gaslight the population through its list of broken, repeated promises. 490 budget promises were made in the last 10 years by the PNM. The total number of broken budget promises over this period is 373 broken promises. And the total number of repeated broken budget promises is 100. What did I always tell you? PNM means promises never materialize.
On April 28th, vote UNC.
Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Healthy hair starts with Shamir. Restore starved, damaged, dropping hair with Shamir herbal hair products. Formulated scientifically with aloe, ratchet, and phenol for growth and nourishment. Shamir.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. We're just about 12 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. It is a wet and wild Thursday morning, and my old schoolmate here, Brendan Butts, is with us. Brendan, boy, is Nyron call and tell me, Nyron is watching the show. Nyron say, hey, I see our old Georgian boy, I see me old George's boy, Brendan, going up, man. I said, don't make joke. The next day now, I look at, I see the list of candidates and and I really see a name, the Brendan Butts. And then I see you on the platform. I think it was in St. X, and that's when they announced you. Yeah. But Brendan went to St. George's College, so he's our old Georgian. We went, you was like, what, a form higher than me or 2 forms higher than me or some kind of thing?
A couple forms, yeah. Not too many.
Not too many. Because, right. I'm 47. I go be 48 in June.
Well, I go be 54. I am 54.
54?
Yeah, I was 54 this year. So
like 6 years, you know.
A couple.
Yeah, boy. Good. Yeah. But yeah, the good old George's days, man. George's was a great school, produced a lot of great people. And now, well, you're going into the politics thing, man. You was always into that?
I was not always into it, you know, Stefan.
So you got into that?
Boy, it was, let me see, a few years ago, Philip Edward Alexander reached out to me because he saw the work I was doing in education, particularly in technology and in underserved communities.
Okay.
So he called out to me and said, you know, he was interested in some of the work we're doing. And I sat down with him and I listened to some of his policies and so on. And I was quite intrigued and interested to really, you know, share my energy and my passion and my ideas in education.
Okay.
And he brought me on board and helped him frame some of the education policies. Those policies are now shared with the UNC Coalition of Interest. And it was COVID year. He asked me to consider running. But at that point in time, I had a small company, now growing. I'd just left mainstream teaching because I taught for 30 years. And I decided, you know, I wanted to get more involved with teacher training and so on. That was a passion of mine. And I decided to I told him, I said at that point in time, it wasn't right for me because I have a young business and I know how vindictive and immature the politics in this country could be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At that point in time, the PEP was a growing, I think it was definitely the third largest party at that point in time. And I wasn't ready. I told him, I said, you know, now is not the time. I considered it since back then. Now, early this year, again, I was approached. And I had a discussion with my wife and my family, and I said, you know, now is the time I think I need to get involved. With the coalition of interest, I mean, winning an election is all based on numbers.
Correct.
At the end of the day.
Correct.
You have to, the UNC is and has proven themselves to be a government. When they are in power, they would deliver on most of their promises, if not all.
Okay.
And the statistics show that. So I decided, you know, it's time for me to get on board.
All right.
I've been sitting on the sidelines too long. The little innovative educational programs that we would be doing in underserved communities, you see the impact it have had on these communities. We have data to show where the students who participate in these programs, how it affected positively their educational outcomes.
Okay.
But all of these really mainly due to corporate sponsors.
All
You
right.
know, sitting down and waiting for Ministry of Education for me was not enough.
Right.
You know, I say, you know, how can I really impact change? And I decided to enter the political arena. And I, you know, as I told people, I'm not a politician. I have been around on the ground for years. I was born in St. Joseph. I grew up in San Juan. That community, that sense of community has always been instilled in me. I mean, you know, going to a school like St. George's, I mean, we could have walked into the staff room at any point in time.
Any point in time, yeah.
And
Any
you know,
point in time.
the school was part of the community.
Yeah.
And we're missing that now. So I went to Maraval. I moved into Maraval. I spent a few years there, got married, went to Diego Martin because I could only really afford a house in Diego Martin at that point in time, Jean Avenue. I spent 6 years there. I brought my son up from the age of a few months. And that time, I spent a lot of time on the ground. I mean, I would walk the streets. I would go have frequent conversations with the market vendors, the youths in the communities, and move back to Maraval now. And then part of the election campaign. So to me, all of this didn't just happen in a vacuum. It happened, you know, I always tell people I'm a godly person, and I really believe that this was directed.
It's a guidance.
It's a guidance.
Yeah, it's a guidance. It is a guidance. It is get it. I mean, you see, when I talk about there being a godly person, I mean, I just say that, I fed up to a lot of that, like, you know, any little thing I do, like, God is just poking in the right direction. You know, that kind of way, when you had our faith now.
Yeah.
You don't really have to, sometimes you don't need to work hard for it, you know. You just, once you know that you're willing and you're able and your heart's in the right place, you just nudge you in the right direction and make things easy for you.
Yeah.
Now, how much weight you feel to lose, boy?
Boy, listen.
Because it's real walking, you know, these constituencies massive, you know, man.
The Diego Martin Northeast constituency, I was told, well, I found out that unlike many other constituencies, we have 4 districts. And our districts start from Bagatelle. It traverses into, well, you have the whole of Patna, River Estate, Blue Basin, go down to Majuba, go across Mount Coco Road, Cameron, Paramin, Maraval, and then you're going into Boise number 1 and 2, and then up D-Bay, Bellevue, and then upper Bonds Road. So, some hills and valleys, brother. It has been, I lost some weight, a few pounds, but I'm keeping fit.
No, it's real walking.
I'm keeping fit. And it has been a wonderful experience.
Seriously, what's the best part of the walk in the constituency? I mean, I know you're going to meet the people, but you meet anybody that stood out so far?
Boy, that's a good question. So many people we've come into contact with. I would say for me, it would have been a gentleman who, I was walking through River Estate. He was sitting in his porch, and I was walking by him. And you know, this, I tell you, first day I talking about it, my first day of hitting the road. And he's sitting in his porch, elderly gentleman, and he gave a signal, you know, he's not interested, you know, he don't want to
he don't want to hear that, right, yeah.
And you get a lot of that. But something tell me, go back into the yard and, you know, have a conversation. The gentleman stood up, and while shaking my hand, talking to me, so he's holding my hand, talking to me, and tears coming down this man's face about what he has had to endure over the past 10 years. His son, who is in his 20s, not having a job for the last 5 years, and how frustrating it has become, and why he's so disenchanted.
Right.
That to me would have been I mean, it being the first experience of its kind for me.
Right.
But looking back now, I think that would be the single most experience that stood out for me.
That stood out for you?
Yeah, it break my heart, boy, you know, because, and I had many of those experiences where, Stefan, if I tell you, I went back home and sharing these experiences with my wife, and one of those evenings, I actually broke down and cried. Yeah, it was terrible.
It'll get to you.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lady in Moraldo Street. She's a stage 4 cancer patient. And in 3 years ago, she did her tests, MRI, CT scan, and didn't get the results up to the time I spoke to her.
Seriously?
3 years. So she has doctor visits, and the doctor cannot say, well, what is the next step for you, because we just don't have your results that you had 3 years ago, of tests you had 3 years ago.
That's insane.
So I remember bringing it up on my very first platform, Speak in Diego Martin in Maraval Community Center. And it's amazing, the day after I get a phone call from the lady's husband saying that they found her results.
No, that's how this happened, you know.
But that is crazy.
Yeah, look, I would imagine, you know, this is one of the things that people tell me, they say, boy, Stefan, why don't get into politics? Why don't go up in for our constituency and that kind of thing? And I keep telling them, you know, I don't think it's my time yet for that. Maybe in the future, right? But same thing with you.
Yeah.
You know, everything is timing. But you don't rush the timing.
Yeah.
But one of my things is this, I remember like doing flood drives and things like that, right? And I would imagine that you will go through the same thing. You see where I say, sometimes you go home and you just start to cry? Because until you walk the walk, right? And you meet people, you never know what people are going through, you know?
Yep.
We just pass people every day, and everybody just seem fine and dandy. Like, you know, they're going through the normal daily, but you don't know what's going on at home, what kind of pressure they're under.
No.
What like this lady who stage 4 cancer, she can't get the test yet, she waiting, it's a frustration, she getting sick every day just thinking about that. So, you know, when you take that with you, because that was happening, when you meet people and you see the pressure they're under, that will become part of your because it's forever in your memory now. When you go into a house and you see the condition that somebody living in, it is touch you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, well, it's Diego Martin Northeast, so you're going up against
Water. They say the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah. But I see he was campaigning last week Thursday because I was coming from Maracas and I passed through the Link Road.
Yeah.
And I see him walking down behind the music truck, and he passed, man, and he gone with the people behind him and thing, and I said, but wait, I thought he don't campaign.
Yeah.
But he campaigning, so I see he walking and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He looking fit too?
Yeah, for the first time I understand he have a sub-office now in Diego Martin too.
Really?
Yes.
Papa,
so, you know, but if that is what my efforts are doing, then I say we onto something.
You're onto something.
Onto something. You know?
What are the major issues that people in the area face?
Well, boy, outside of the lack of the infrastructural issues, the drains, oh my God. The drains are, in some homes running through the yards, they have stagnated drains, right? Street lights, roads. And these are some of the basic needs that does not need to be a part of the discussion during elections. This is supposed to be your right. It is not a privilege. And I keep telling people, that when they say what you want to do for us in the community, I skip past that rhetoric because that needs to be done.
Right.
That goes without saying. We keep talking about diversification, and that has become the most abused word during politics.
Yeah.
But do we understand what it means?
Yeah.
In the communities, to diversify, we need to be sustainable, become sustainable. Sustainable farming, we need to create more jobs within the communities. We need to create a database of people. We don't have data. We don't have data.
Central Statistical Office, their data it's outdated.
It's outdated.
It's not up to date, yeah.
But even the infrastructure in place to collect the data and disseminate the data is outdated.
Yeah, and not yet just on
in
existing.
every community, and this is one of the things I want to establish in Diego Martin Northeast, is a database, and not just a static database, but one that is interactive, that people can interact with. I need to know who all my plumbers are. I need to know where they live. I need to know where all my masons are, where my tradesmen are. I need to know the youths. What are your skill sets? The other day I walking up Zion, Mount Zion.
Yeah.
And coming down Mount Zion, I saw two youths. The young man is about 19, and he and his cousin, they're doing something on a computer, and their parents weren't home. So I dropped my card and I introduced myself. So I'm walking up and the young man called me back. He said, "Can I speak with you?" So I went and I had a conversation with him, and he's asking me what am I prepared to do? Now I'm thinking he read the back of my card and he starts seeing some of the things that I'm involved in. And I told him, I said, "Well, you tell me what it is you would like to do. Tell me something. What's your passion?" And when he told me, you know what, he is actually a certified drone pilot.
Serious?
And he's seeking
certified.
Certified. And he's seeking other certifications right now.
Right.
Based out of the US. But he don't have a job yet. So how do we harness these? I like to refer to them as stranded brilliance within our communities. How do we harness these skill sets within the communities? We have Paramin, which is a food basket of the country.
Yeah.
But we're still using outdated methods of farming.
Yeah.
We're still using the run-of-the-mill spraying mechanisms, but we can use drones for that now.
Correct.
Well, this is where, we talk about tapping into the resources of the community and keeping it within the community and building a resilient and something that we can scale within the community and it becomes sustainable. That way we could grow our own food. Why is it in Maraval we don't have a market?
It don't have a market in Maraval?
No. We have little, like what you refer to as little green pop-up zones.
Yeah.
You have I think in Fairways there's a little triangle where somebody will come 2 or 3, but we don't have.
You don't have a market like our Tunapuna have a market, like our Sawa have a market, right? Yeah.
So and Diego Martin has a market, but those vendors go out of Diego Martin to Central Market or to Macoya to bring their produce. Take into consideration the cost of transportation. There's always a middleman involved. We need, and don't tell me we don't have the solutions. We have the solutions.
Okay.
We can create the solutions, but we have to create it within the communities. The trickle-down effect that the past Prime Minister spoke about, up to now I cannot understand how that model will work. How? Because people still waiting for that trickle-down. We have to create our own economies of scale within our communities and have what I will refer to as a trickle-up effect.
Right.
Where, that middle class that is now decimated is going to start becoming more. So we shopping in our communities. The money is in here and it's circulating.
And it's circulating.
So
you're creating you're creating multiple economic zones.
Exactly.
From community to community,
Technology. We don't understand yet the power of technology and leveraging the emerging technologies so that we could become sustainable and diversified. We have too many talent in the communities. The community centers, what are we doing with them? They're underutilized. We need to make those centers of innovation where the youths could come. We could brainstorm problems and solutions. They have a lot of youths. Last night at the meeting in St. John's Hall, most of the attendees, particularly those who were outside because they couldn't fit inside, were youths from the Diego Martin.
From the Diego Martin. All right, cool, man.
They came out in their numbers.
It's we just have about a minute or so again, but I know it's a real thing to talk about, but they are interested. It's not to say like they're sitting idle and they don't want to work. They do want the work, but I think they need a proper wage. You understand?
Yes.
The wage has to be attractive, but also they have to understand that the wage could only be as attractive as your skill set and your qualifications.
Correct.
And if you want to further yourself or advance yourself to become that person that works for that attractive salary, then we need to get programs started to put them in that position to advance themselves
and upskill them.
And that's right. But Brendan, any quick words here finally before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would like to say, to the constituency of Diego Martin Northeast, I want to say thank you for the past few weeks, engaging with me, listening to me, giving me that opportunity, and the wider Trinidad and Tobago. Monday is a day where we decide the future of our youths, the future of our unborn children, and the future of this country. And I want to say that, based on all the feedback we're getting, we are really hopeful and positive at the same time that we are going to get that victory on Monday. And I'm pleading with you all, come out and vote. Come out early, vote, come back, and bring your family members, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, and let's send a message on Monday.
All right, people. So Brendan Butts, old Georgian, schoolmate, a few classes higher than me, but best of luck on Monday, man. Best of luck on Monday. Nice to see you again. And people, stay tuned. We got Titasa with us. They have some drags taking place this weekend. We'll chat to them about that before we get to Dr. Watson. We'll be back after this.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Everyday citizens are being burdened. Central bank data shows price increases from 2015 to 2024. Bread and cereals, 39.8% increase. Meats, 45.7% increase. Milk, cheese and eggs, 31.7% increase. Butter, margarine and edible oils, 66% increase. That is the legacy of this PNM government.
Time to rise up, TNT. Vote UNC.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it?
At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
It's time to secure what matters most: your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868-384-3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We started behind the zero, to be honest. We started on a minus. Oh yes, now we're stepping forward, purpose for the people, for the nation, fully focused. We vote in units. Put our barataria first, put the country first. Get a real MP, protect the anti. May Eunice Brian, we voting for him. We voting for him. Put our barataria first, put the country first. Get a real MP, protect the anti. May Eunice Brian, we voting for him. Voting for him. And when you reach by the poll, think it through. Who really for you?
That was a paid political advertisement.
Attention everyone. The Office of the Prime Minister Communications has launched a brand new WhatsApp channel designed to keep you informed and connected like never before. Get real-time updates, breaking news, and important information directly from the source. With our WhatsApp channel, you'll always know what's happening when it's happening. Joining is easy. Use your phone camera, scan this QR code, tap follow, and that's it. You're in. Be sure to tap the notification bell to never miss an update. Stay informed, stay empowered. Join the conversation with the Office of the Prime Minister Communications WhatsApp channel today.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson Omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Brendan Butts coming through. We are just about 60 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. And we got some drags to talk about here. And to talk about the drags, we've got a big event coming up this weekend. The 26th and the 27th of April. It is round 1 of 3. The Wallerfield Cup Finals. We'll find out more about that. It's an international event. And we have with us Mr. Rizan Ojir. I got that right? I remember that, right? Nice. We have Mr. Amit Suklal, and we have, well, the record breaker man himself, Sheldon Bisessa with us. How many records you break already? Did you break all the records yet?
Yeah, we have two world records in top drags in the US, the IHR, International Hot Rod Association, and we have a couple of track and class records also. We also have the two track records in Trinidad.
It's like 5 point something seconds or something, I think so?
Yeah, 5.6, yeah, 243 miles an hour.
That real fast, yeah? Count to 5, you'll see how fast that is. All right, so this event coming up, well, of course, all the fellas look like season campaigners, anything. Right? So I understand Rizan is the promoter.
Yeah.
All right, so how long are you promoting events like this?
Well, actually, this is the first event that we're going to try to promote.
Serious?
And so far, it's shaping up to be the biggest drag racing event for the year.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, great, man. Now, okay, so this is the first. All right.
Yeah.
I saw in the ad something like over $70,000
in cash prizes.
In cash prizes?
Every category, first, second, and third have cash prizes and trophies to collect, as well as hampers and giveaways and things like that.
Okay, great, man. Yeah. All right, so this is an international event?
Yes.
Explain.
So cars, we're expecting cars from the Caribbean to be here partaking as well, like from Guyana, Suriname, St. Vincent, Grenada. We're expecting all these islands to come in and support the event as well, because it's also part of the Caribbean Drag Racing Championship.
Okay, great, man. Okay, Amit, before I get to Sheldon, because Sheldon are real stories, I would imagine. Amit, what's your background?
Drag racer.
Right.
Race the Ramonzans Datsun.
Okay.
Holds the record for the fastest four-cylinder in the Caribbean.
Okay.
At that time was 7.8.
Yeah.
7.82 seconds.
His nickname is the Fish Van.
Really?
How
long are you in drags?
Since 1999.
Since 1999. Little reminder, people, we're in 2025. He's been around. All right, so like there are different categories of vehicles, right? Like you said, right? All right, so what category would you be in?
Open class.
You're open class? Yeah. All right, just explain that to me. What open class
is like, is the fastest in the door slammer class.
Okay.
I think Sheldon is a real car, but he also is in the open class. Mm-hmm. So we will have to run each other.
Oh, they got to run each other?
Yeah, that is okay.
All right, it's okay. He says okay. They got to run each other, but it's okay. So Sheldon, well, you've been around. I mean, you have made many stories all over the world, drag racing. Well, you in this for years. So what makes you? I mean, what makes you a record breaker? I mean, how do you become a record breaker? How many things have to come together there to get a vehicle to the point where you're in a position to break a record, or is it just the skill of the driver?
Firstly, you need to want to do it.
All right.
It's a passion. You need to have to challenge the best in the world. You need to, as well, make your best in the world by going after the best.
Right.
And you need to mentally be prepared. You need to know the engineering. You need to have your sponsors. And you need to know what category you're going to be going in.
Right.
And you have to have the mindset to win or to want to be on top. But Amit was explaining about the open class. Open class means there's really no limit to what time you can run. That is open. It's not a category. It's open to anything you can do.
Okay.
As the Americans say, run what you brung. So that is what is happening here. We embarked on a reason, Mr. Glenn Forbes and Titasa embarked on an upgrade of the facility in terms of the track surface. Track surface is the key to going fast. You need to have a proper prepared surface. They went there and did some grinding of the track. They brought in extra rubber and extra traction compound, and they're in the process of bringing the track up to as close as possible to international standard.
Okay.
So you may be able to see some records being broken this weekend. And everybody, I think almost everybody will get a personal best time.
All right. I'm talking about the track. I mean, has Wallafield ever been, or is it not like the best track in the Caribbean?
You would say so.
But it will definitely be after this weekend.
After this weekend.
It will definitely be after this weekend with the upgrades that are taking place.
Yeah.
All right, because I mean, when we talk about vehicles coming in from St. Vincent and other parts of the Caribbean, how many is it quality trucks like out there, or the experience on those trucks out there?
It's like an entry level. It's really most of them is really a whole airstrip or something like that, and people now getting into it. But where we have taken the facility is way above that. And on top of that, Trinidad have a lot of very fast cars. I think right now we could safely say that we lead the Caribbean in terms of the quality of cars and the quality of drivers and that kind of experience. So.
Okay, because I mean, I went up for a drags a couple of years ago, man. I ain't lying, man popped the hood, boy. I always remember the story, you know. As I can shock now, boy. Man popped the hood. So I said, well, I look at the thing, you know, not more okay. I look at the thing. I said, so we have here, boy. It's about 100,000 worth
Serious.
I said, what? 100,000? He said, yeah, about 100,000 a day, don't think. I said, all right, but I said, so I said, you married? Your wife will put you out yet, boy? He said, nah. He said, my wife, no. This is my thing. This is my thing. This is my hobby. This is my whatever. She don't make no fuss. I said, all right, no problem, man. These guys, I mean, when we're talking about people who invest in a vehicle, I mean, you all love that, I mean.
Yeah.
You all have a passion for that.
Exactly.
I mean, what is it about a vehicle?
Well, I guess drag racing on the whole is about just wanting to go fast.
It's just a need for speed.
Yeah, need for speed. Yeah.
Because it's drags is, I mean, these vehicles, like these vehicles are the parachuters pop out and that kind of thing. What kind of engine and thing that run into?
My van actually runs a SR20.
SR20?
SR20 DT, yeah. All right. It's a lot of modification.
Right.
As I say, a lot of money
spent. And what about the mechanics and them in Trinidad? I mean, when you're watching a movie like Fast and Furious and thing, and you see the kind of, no, seriously, no, because that's the first time, I think that whole series kind of show you on a different level, if it wasn't into racing then, how big a sport it is globally.
Well, in order for Trinidadian to have an engine which is stock horsepower, which will do 200 horsepower, and then you do modification to that and get it to make 1,000 horsepower. You have to be really good at what you do.
At what you do?
Yeah, so then I could say, safely that Trinidad has good mechanics.
You are real talented fellas on here. Yeah. Wow. And well, I know tires play an important part in it.
Yeah.
The weight of the vehicle as well. Right? So there are many different factors that come together to make a vehicle ready for the track, right? All right, so what about the patrons, Rizan?
Well,
the patrons on Saturday and Sunday, what do they need to know?
Well, on Saturday it'll be $60. On Sunday it's $100
right.
per person. On Sunday most of the action takes place, and children under 12 will be free on both days.
Okay.
Also we're trying to promote the family vibe and the family entertainment. So we have a gamer truck there that's equipped with all the video games, fully air conditioned, that's going to be there available for children to play for absolutely free all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Any sponsors you want to acknowledge?
We just want to acknowledge Looptech, Aronco, Tracoms, Sunrise Engineering, REM Marketing, Low Tech, Garage Fresh, TN Ramnat Contractors, Also, we're going to have a chill zone that Angostura will be there present as well.
All right, great, man. I wanted to find out, now it says round 1 of 3, April 26 and April 27. So this is a multi-weekend?
Yeah, no, actually this is the first, the second event is going to take place next month.
Okay.
And the following month. So it's going to be April, May and June.
April, May and June?
Yes.
And the finals is in June?
The finals is in June.
All right, so this is going to be like the qualifying.
Yes.
So the most amount of vehicles that you're going to see is going to come out this weekend.
Yeah.
And what time does it start?
9 o'clock till 6 p.m.
9 till 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Way boy, that's real racing boy. Jesus, natures, Lord of mercy. All right, so it's Wallerfield International Raceway, and it is the Wallerfield Cup Finals, the first event, international event, Caribbean Championship Series, over $70,000 in cash prizes. That's the most amount of money anybody ever offered.
I believe so. I think in the history of racing in Trinidad, I think that's the most amount of
That's the most amount of money?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, take a picture of my book, boy. I like to do that, you know, I mean, although my 5K coming up, it's $5,000. So that's what you had to do. You had to pelt out the money, you had to make it attractive. So over $70,000 in cash prizes, and cars from all over. Anything you guys want to add before we wrap up? Sheldon, anything you want to add, man?
I personally think this is going to be one of the biggest and probably best drags in a very, very long time.
All right.
I personally going to try and step into the 6-second zone.
Into the 6-second zone.
Yeah, all right. So I think the track maybe, you know, you don't want to boast about anything, but I think the effort that has been made on getting the facility up to standard is a lot.
All right.
So hopefully on weekend we'll see how it goes, and we'll try our best to get down there as fast as possible and as safe as possible. So.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the next thing too. Just in terms of safety, all safety protocols in order.
We're going to have our marshals in place, safety team,
right,
ambulance there.
Everything, full works. So it's going to be a big event this weekend, people. You want to make sure and get out to Wallerfield early, because in the times that I have been there, if you reach late, you know what I mean, you know, you could end up outside sometimes, you know, because real people just go down to this thing, you know, man. I never knew that until I went to my first drags, and Sterling invite me to come up. Sterling, yeah. Sterling, my boy, Sterling say, I had a couple of drags, you know. I said, drags, why don't have no cars, you know. I know to press button, start the engine, and I could drive from one point to the next, you know. That's all I know about car, brother, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you definitely invited, because we have some VIP passes for you here today.
All right, no problem. I appreciate that. But I'm telling you, when I went up the first time, I didn't know that, you know. I really didn't know that. But when I see the amount of people come on this thing, I never know that. I said, you see when you live in town and you like to pass the lighthouse, you just never know, boy. So pass the lighthouse this weekend, people. 26th and the 27th, $60 on Saturday, $100 on Sunday. All right? So we want to thank the guys for coming through. Amit, Rizan, and of course, Sheldon Bisessa. You never know. Records could break this weekend. Who knows? And leading up to the final in June, who knows? Who knows what's coming? You know what I mean? So look out for it this weekend. Get up there. Very affordable. Take the family out. Take the children with you. They're accommodating for that as well. Have a terrific weekend out at Wallerfield. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got Dr. Watson with us. Stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
When UNC wins, retirees win, because we will work together to decrease taxes on your retirement benefits. and private pensions. When UNC wins, retirees win. They worked hard their whole life and paid tax their whole life. And when you retire, you're still paying tax. We will work to reduce that tax on your pensions and your retirement benefits.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
There is money to pay workers and to finance people-centered programs. But this government prefers to give that money to its rich to get richer and to its financiers. That's their plan. I want to remind you that in 2015, before we went out of office, we passed something called procurement legislation. And that was to help deal with the corruption and the fraud for the eater foods and the elites and the financiers. The PNM came and they gutted the legislation. With proper procurement legislation we passed, our country would have saved $5.2 billion a year. With that legislation in place properly, $5.2 billion a year wasted in corruption. So the money is there. That's $26 billion saved over 5 years and $52 billion over 10 years that could have gone to workers and citizens in our land. The government is quick to say that anyone speaking up about their incompetence is trying to frighten you, but all we are doing is talking the truth. Now tell me, are you not already frightened by the thousands of murders, rapes, and home invasions? Are you not already frightened of that? You don't need me to frighten you. Are you not already frightened by the high taxes and cost of living? Are you not already frightened for your children's and your grandchildren's futures? The answer is yes. You don't need the UNC and Kamala to frighten you. This government has done all of that. They've already done it. Are you not already frightened about losing your pensions? What is even more frightening is that they are unmoved and uncaring about your problems, your fears, your day-to-day fears. And that is what is truly frightening. They just do not care. Stuart Young claims to be Prime Minister. So if he's in charge, he must see that crime and criminality, property tax, inheritance tax, online purchase tax, value-added tax, higher utility rates are all greedily taking away your assets. These assets are yours. You are the rightful owners. And if he's in charge and seeing your assets being greedily taken away, what is he doing about it? How much further ahead would you have been had your last 10 years been managed by leaders who care and love you? Growth was the norm with the UNC. You must decide how much more of what is rightfully yours you want to lose to PNM financiers.
On April 28th, vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins. Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate-free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and we're just about 22 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. For the next 10 minutes, we will be chatting with Dr. Watson, and we have her here via Zoom, so we're going to bring her in one time. Doc, what's up, and what we're talking about today?
Good morning, Stefan. This topic is a topic I did a while back with you, but I think I need to go over it because in recent times, most of my house visits are based on this exact type of case. So I'm going to use a bunch of different cases, but it's basically the same thing, and it's about care for the elderly. So when you're taking care of the elderly, when they get very frail, fragile, even if they're not exactly bed bound, but they're mostly in their bedroom from one chair to the bed, etc. These types of patients, especially if they have underlying issues like say diabetes, hypertension, and sometimes not at all, they could have even things like dementia, especially dementia. I get phone calls saying, boy, mommy, daddy, or whoever the caregiver is this patient cussing, carrying on, aggressive, agitated, not eating, not sleeping, trying to come off the bed every 5 minutes. So it's like a whole different, like a, what do you call it, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation, where 1 minute the patient was normal and next minute is a completely different kind of person, and they can't understand why this is happening. So I am here to explain the common things that can trigger this issue. Understand that a lot of frail older people may not exhibit symptoms like you and me. So a common thing that they may have is a urinary tract infection. So that is one of the most common things that I have to diagnose when I go to home. So it's difficult for elderly patients to just say, oh, give me some pee in a cup. They don't know how to really do that. So I have to to clean the area, then I use a small catheter and I take a clean catch sample. Most, if not all the time, it's usually positive for a urinary tract infection, meaning we have to cover them with antibiotics. So that is the actual quick fix. So what I really come on here to tell you is, look at the things. If you have a family member and they're behaving this way, don't just think that they're gone mad or they're getting delusional and they have hallucinations, because all of this comes with it. So look at the signs there: loss of weight, irritability, getting aggressive and cussing and carrying on like never before.
Right.
Agitated, just losing weight, sometimes even getting fevers and vomiting with it, because especially if it's an underlying infection. So I'm going to list the most common things that could trigger this. So it's urinary tract infections would be my number one thing, because that's the thing I diagnose the most when I check it. Sometimes it could be a combination. Like the other day I had a patient, he was behaving differently, not eating as much, was walking around and then can't walk anymore, wants to just sit down in his wheelchair and feeling very sad and everything. But he was not only having passing blood in his urine, he also was severely constipated. Don't ask how others check for that, right? That whole different
I didn't want to know.
That's all part of palliative care, right? So when I tell patients I can understand what I'm going to do, they be like, I don't know about this, I know, but that's what we have to do, right? We have to do what we have to do. So constipated with a possible urinary tract infection, I should get the results back to I am correct.
Right.
Also, the other things you have to look for is anemia. Now, when we go to people's homes, we carry this machine called the iStat. Now, this iStat is used worldwide. In fact, the other day I was watching this show called The Residents. I love this show. No, was it The Resident? Oh, I think it was The Resident. Yeah, it was a real good show. Anyway, they were talking a lot about palliative care in that series. And then the man whipped out the iStat and say, run a Chem 8 quick, and there's the machine I have. So I was like, whoa, boy, we fancy inside of here, look at this. So we carry this machine. It's a small portable machine, and be able to run bloods very quickly through it to just make sure that no other problem. So this particular cartridge covers things that could actually cause real destruction in your life, like abnormal electrolytes, renal failure, your blood count. So I usually run that. And in some cases, I do pick up severe anemia. So their blood count is very low. So this is all the reasons why when people don't want to bring in mommy, daddy, and they can't bring them here, let us know. We can come to you, and we have everything. We're portable in everything that we're doing.
All right.
So sometimes it could be anemia with a urinary tract infection, because sometimes when you're passing urine, you can have microscopic amounts of blood in it. This can also happen in the stool, and that's how you can get anemias. And because you're not actually physically seeing it in the urine or the stool, you're like, how am I getting this low blood count? And sometimes it could be things like that. So we end up having to go into more investigations. So far, urinary tract infections, constipation, what did I say this, Stefan? Anemia. Another thing is, like, if you take a elderly patient that has dementia to a different place, let's say they're living in your house all the time, and then you put them in a home and they get delirium because they may know where they are, they're not looking familiar, all kind of things, topsy-turvy. These are the other things that can cause major distress with patients. And of course, we can easily cover that with using medications like Haldol and CPZ. So that is short and sweet, since, I just wanted everybody to know that over the last 2 weeks, I'm getting a lot of this, and I just wanted people to know that it could be something that can be fixed easily. And if you can't bring a patient to the office, we are available. We do come, we do house visits, and we work with everything, because we fancy like that.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you something, Watson. I see here that in one part of the examination, right? As it relates to the ears of the patient, that you remove 2 to 3 centimeters of dry wax.
Yes.
No, let me ask you something here now. I really want to find this out. Now, what is the best thing to use to remove that? Or to remove what?
Okay.
Or to clean your ear on the whole? Because I know plenty of people say don't use a Q-tip. Or you're not supposed to use a Q-tip and take, what's the best thing to use?
Q-tip is just for the outer part of the ear, just to clean the outer part of the ear. To go into the inner ear, I will just tell patients that, especially if patients do produce a lot of wax, to just use olive oil to soften it. So if you use a lot of olive oil drops in the ear, and then you can put some cotton, and then when you take the cotton out, you see a set of wax coming out gradually. A lot of cases, the elderly, who's coming to check people, the elderly ears. But when I tell you, I have a kind of OCD stuff. And when I go to check somebody, I check them from their head to their toe.
Right.
And a lot of times, from the time I even try to go into the ear, I don't see this amount of wax.
Yeah.
And I just have this little tool that I use, and I go up and I kind of cup it out. Now, if I can't do that, I let them use olive oil in the ear, like about 3 drops every day for about a week, and then I flush it out. I just put that, you know what is put in your hand to get drips? I use a wide one, a very big one, and I fill up a 20 ml syringe. I attach it to that, not with the needle, just with the plastic thing in it, and I shove it down to the back of the ear, and the waxes fly up. And this is also a common thing with young children too. As with people, all you're hearing good and you have to say things 500 times to children. Sometimes, yes, it's just them being stubborn and they have selective hearing. But sometimes it could be that they have a lot of compact wax. And I clean out a lot of children's ears, middle-aged people, people coming in here and they say that they're feeling this funny sensation and they think they have an infection. And sometimes it's just wax. So yeah, we pull out plenty wax from that specific.
I see, when I say 2 to 3 centimeters, I say I had asked you about that. That is real wax.
Yeah, that was real wax. That was almost the entire tunnel.
Yeah, that is real, real. That is 2 to 3 centimeters, you know.
I just took the instrument that I use. I use a flashlight on my forehead, like a real coal miner.
Yeah.
And I just do a scoop and pull it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know some people, I know you said olive oil. Some people use, well, at least I know, but I know they use this for, I don't know, hydrogen peroxide.
People use things like hydrogen peroxide and things like that. I stay away from things like that.
Right.
I can do these things with just using something to soften the wax. Castor oil, olive oil. Some people ask me if they could use coconut oil. I find when patients use coconut oil, I get this kind of rancid odor coming from the back of the ear, so I don't really like the coconut oil too much.
Right.
So olive oil and castor oil drops in the ear, that's all you need. And if you are a person that every time you clean even the outside of the ear, you find you have a lot of wax, just keep putting the olive oil and the cotton at the end of the day, and just take the cotton out and you'll see wax coming out naturally.
Right.
You don't really have to dig down inside of there. And if you think you had to dig down inside of there, come and see a doctor. Don't want to do no experiment at home, all right?
Well, look, we now find out olive oil good for something else as well. We know olive oil, they say olive oil good for all kind of thing. Well, olive oil like it good for cleaning ears as well.
Yes, to soften the wax in the ear.
Doc, thanks a lot. Well, next week is, you're off next week, which is in good timing with me because I will be out in St. Thomas. But when I return the following week, you're back on. All right?
All right. Lovely.
All right.
I'll see you
Talk
then.
to you soon.
All right. Take care.
And I know how to
Bye-bye.
pass by the office here to pick up that thing. God.
Yes, since Christmas.
Yeah, I might be able to pass today, you know.
I'm not there, on a Saturday.
Oh, cool, Saturday.
This Saturday. Yeah.
All right, we work out that time. Tell me what time you're there Saturday because I have a few things to run around and do Saturday.
All right.
All right, cool.
Nice.
So that is Dr. Watson, Dr. Nadia Watson. And you can get her on 319-8955, 319-8955. I do have some commitments here that we've got to get to before we move on this morning and before we take our final break. I want to remind you about Flow Armor. All right? So I want to remind you that no matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro, a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4 a day. Visit Flow in-store or online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. Also, we want to remind you about Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, limb bagging, colon hydrotherapy, and more. They also offer consultation services, knee, shoulder, back pain, high blood pressure, arthritis, sports injuries, child counseling, and more. So visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin-City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or check them out at EdenHeightsDistributors@gmail.com. And as it relates to Eden Heights, they will be in Tobago. That's right, on Monday and Tuesday next week. So Monday, April 28th and Tuesday, April 29th. Look out for Eden Heights. You can WhatsApp them to book today. And that WhatsApp number, of course, is 493-9196. Make sure and check them out once they hit Tobago, make sure and check them out. Also, when you're rolling, we want you to roll right. So Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, your one-stop shop for vehicle care, located on Salim Avenue, Monroe Road in Chaguanas. Roll Right has everything you need to keep your ride in top shape, from new and used tires to speed balancing and 3D computerized wheel alignment. They've got it all covered. At Roll Right, you can also get the full suite of vehicle maintenance services, including comprehensive suspension and vehicle repairs, injector flow bench diagnostic testing and ultrasonic cleaning, servicing, oil changes, and vehicle diagnostic scanning. Plus, Roll Right offers a wide selection of high-quality vehicle batteries, ensuring you're always powered up for the road ahead. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them today at Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas, or call 303-8344. You can find them on all social media platforms. Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, always rolling right. I say we rolling. And we also got Gopal's. So Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, don't let muscular pain and injuries win. Why not consult a specialist with over 30 years of experience? Ease those aches and pains. Visit licensed massage therapists at Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, located at number 68 Market Street, Gopal Lands, Marabella. They're foreign trained and licensed in Florida, and they got over 30 years of experience. So call 658-3907 or 496-1111. Services include medical massage therapy, sports injury treatment, aromatherapy, Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, and much more. And with that, we're going to take our final break this morning. When we come back, a little information on Run Stefan Run. As a matter of fact, let me give it to them now. Run Stefan Run, Sunday, May 25th. Director, what do I add? When you boy doing mad? Out of all the ads, that's the one only. Oh God, Lord, hey, here what I tell you. Anyway, all right. So, Run Stefan Run, May 25th, 6 a.m. QRC. Please get registered now. Over $40,000 in cash and prizes. Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. Those are the 2 charities that we're targeting. You can register online. You could register online. Use a debit card or a credit card to pay at trinbagoevents.com. Okay? Medals for all participants, complimentary breakfast, and we got tons of giveaways for non-competitive participants. And you could call 345-3380 for more details. You could also call 482-5531 for more information as well. So get yourself registered early. Now, I started walk-in registration yesterday and day before. I'm holding up on that today and tomorrow. We will resume on Saturday. Saturday is a day that a lot of people are home, they're not working. So I'm saying to you, if you want to come Saturday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. and get yourself registered. All right? I am also working on the sports and games outlets. so I will let you guys know. I just spoke to the guy. He will pass and pick up the promo codes to distribute to these particular outlets, and then you could just go to Sport and Games, whichever one is closest to you, and you purchase the promo code with cash, and then you go up online and just fill out the information with your name and so on and so forth. All right? So run, Stefan, run definitely on. Remember, no registration today or tomorrow at Synergy TV. We will resume on Saturday at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right? Good. With that, we're going to take our final break. And when we come back from that break, we will wrap up with the birthdays and see if we have anything else. Yeah, stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
I retired in 2002. When I retired, my pension was $1,000 from NIS. When Mr. Bissessar came into power in 2010, my pension rose to $3,000. Now I'm hearing PNM say, if you have money saved, they could take away your pension. I can't wait to vote UNC again. When UNC wins, senior citizens like myself win.
That was a paid political advertisement.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. I remember you. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Bull Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, We can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
All right, people, so we're back. We've got to wrap things up. And remember, immediately following the repeat of this program, you have that powerful word from the Christian Union Church. Yes, Christian Union Church is on right after the repeat of Breaking Dawn. And don't forget, people, I'm not taking registrations today and tomorrow. We will resume on Saturday. All right? And, you know, to my boy NCW, my brother, listen, we still alive. Right? They put gun to we head, take we vehicle, but we still alive. We still here for a reason. You here to do your thing on social media and entertain and do whatever you do. And don't be afraid to voice your opinion. Don't be afraid, you know, to all the social media people out there, to people on the whole across Trinidad and Tobago, you should not have any fear to say how you feel on any issue. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be intimidated by nobody. Nobody will intimidate you. You understand? The same way that somebody's entitled to think what they want to think and believe what they want to believe, you're entitled to think what you want to think and believe what you want to believe too, and say it. You understand? Don't let nobody inject no fear into you and have you in silence and that kind of thing. Never be afraid to speak out. And stop depending on people to speak out for you. You have a mouth. God gave you a mouth, God gave you a voice. Don't silence your voice out of fear. You don't like how things going? Say it. You understand? Right. I say in my piece, you know, because I go say it in a little bit on social media again. Anyway. We got some birthdays, 12 of them. So happy birthday to eldest granddaughter, Leanne, who turned 19 years old on this date. Leanne, Grandma is wishing you a great day and is praying that God continues to bless you with good health, strength, and prosperity. Leanne, happy birthday, Leanne. Also, morning, Stefan, would like to send out birthday greetings to Kamini Harnarain, coming from her husband, Bobby Harnarain, her grandchildren, Leon, Jamie, and Jaden, and her daughter, Salisha Ali, wishing her all the best today and always. Nice, man. Easy, Kamini. Also, to a strong, compassionate, and loving mother, Sadiqa Ali, a happy birthday today. God chose you as our mother, and we will have no other. We pray God will continue to bless you with peace, love, joy, happiness, prosperity, long life, health, and strength. And may you continue to be the joy in the lives of all those you continue to love. All right? From your son Joseph Guevara Jr. and daughter Elizabeth Guevara. Lovely. Easy. There we go, number 4. Happy birthday to Joshua and Matthew Harry Paul. Twins, 12 years apart, coming from your parents, Jill and Franklin. Joshua's children, Jonathan, Ariel, Ariana, and Justin. Maglice, Auntie Julie, Uncle Jason, Rodney, and Johara. May God continue to bless you and keep you. Enjoy the day, guys. Nice one. Joshua and Matthew Harry Paul. Easy. Also, we would like to say happy birthday going out to Judy Ali of Garth Road, Princestown, whose birthday is today, the 24th of April. May Allah bless her with good health, peace, and happiness, and many more birthdays. Greetings are coming from her children, Arifa, Aaron, grandchildren, Samaya, Mia, and Zachariah. Son-in-law Farid and daughter-in-law Celine. We love you, Mom. Happy birthday. Nice one. What we got here now? All right. Down to the last 7. Ooh. Please convey happy birthday greetings to my mom, Judy. No, I read that one just now. Sorry. Wait, hold on. All right. Please shout out my dad on his 70th birthday. Celebrating it on the 24th of April today. His name is Arjun Barath. This is coming from his wife, Zobida, and daughter, Crystal. All right, nice man. Happy birthday going out to you, Arjun. Nice man. Wait, now, Arjun is 70? They sure about that? Anyway, he's 70? He can't be 70. Well, that's a real good 70 boy. Huh. All right. Happy birthday going out to Zain Narain for being 4 years to success to come. Zain, happy birthday and much success to you, brethren. Easy, buddy. Zain, stand up in front of the zebra there, man. That's in our zoo? All right. We are zebras? Long time I ain't going to the zoo, so I don't know, Happy birthday going out to Shania Tikori. Coming on from Shane, Chanel, Charlotte, and Sanjeev. Also, your grandmother. And they want you to know that they love you. All right? Nice. Also, we would like to send belated happy birthday greetings to Cassie, who celebrated his 4th birthday on Saturday, April 19th. This is coming from his mom and dad, Christy and Cassie. His aunts, uncles, and cousins. May God continue to warm his heart and grant peace, love, and happiness upon him, not only on his birthday, but every day of his life. Lovely. Easy. Cassie. Oh, it's Cassie or Casey, boy? K-A-S-I. I wonder if I'm saying it wrong, boy. It's Casey. I feel it's Casey, you know. Casey. I say Cassie. Sorry. Casey. We're going to Casey. Easy, Casey. Nice one. Also, to our mother, Camilla, on her 90th birthday, it's an honor to have her with us on this occasion. Wishing her all God's blessings, best of health and happiness, and many more years from her children, Sandra, Donna, Debbie, Stevenson, Lisa, Peter, and Sheldon, and grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren, Amber and Reese. All God's blessings. Enjoy. We love you all. We love you. We all love you. I know it had all in there, you know. And we got 2 more. Happy birthday to the head of the CARICOM Observer Mission in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Ian Hughes, celebrates his birthday today. This greeting is coming from your loving uncle, former Antigua and Barbuda Police Commissioner, Mr. Veer Brown, and the rest of the family. Celebrate to the fullest. Bless. All right. Nice man. Mr. Ian Hughes. We got a regional birthday there, boy. Hey. Antigua and Barbuda are coming. Only don't forget, are coming. Antigua Carnival will be there. And finally, we want to say happy birthday to... We didn't do this one yesterday, right? All right. Happy birthday going out to my dad, Anthony, from Las Lomas, coming from his daughter Michelle and granddaughter Isabella. He's always locked on to the show every morning. If he misses it, he watches the review on Facebook. A great father, husband, and grandfather. All right, easy. Tony, happy birthday. All right. Also got to say happy birthday going on to Miguel Archer, celebrating his birthday today as well. Wishing him a terrific day. And we got to wrap things up. I want to thank, of course, the Drags, Rizan, Amit, and of course Sheldon Bisessa, record-breaking Sheldon Bisessa for coming this morning, tell us about the Drags this weekend up at Wallerfield. We also want to thank Brendan Butts for coming through and sharing a little time with us. I think we have one guest tomorrow, and then it's just phone calls. I know I promised Oliver to take more phone calls today, but we're going to take more phone calls tomorrow because you know how to connect with more audience. And tomorrow will be the last day before the general election, and on Monday we ain't talking no politics. I want no politics talk. All right? So look out for us tomorrow as we get interactive with you. Do not forget, we headed out to St. Thomas, and we will be live from St. Thomas for the Carnival from the 30th of April. And I will be back on the 4th, and then we will resume in studio here. And we have another team heading down to St. Lucia for the Jazz and Arts Festival, which we're going to bring to you as well on Synergy TV. So until tomorrow, we're gone.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking